The former CEO of GitHub, which is one of the most important companies in the world for developers, left GitHub and built something new. This company that they're calling Entire is like GitHub but for AI native workloads. And they haven't launched this thing quietly, right? It's just not just one-off release. They have written an entire blog post alongside a $60 million seed round. I don't know like if I've seen a bigger seed round than 60 million for a developer tool, but obviously when GitHub's CEO itself starts building a new product, the market will notice, right? So this product is called as Entire, which is on entire.io domain. And if I go to their homepage, you will get a little bit of glimpse on, what's going on. So the idea with Entire is that they're building it for AI first use cases, right? AI has changed the way we are doing software development. I've discussed this in a lot of videos in the past. But what the thesis here is that Git has remained more or less same. The whole workflow, the commits angle, the branches, all of that. Let's break down this blog post in order to understand like what they are doing and what they want to do in future. In the last few months alone, the fundamental role of a developer has refactored from Cloud Code to OpenAI to Cursor. A lot of agents are there now, right? The terminal is becoming a new center of gravity as developers prompt fleets of agents across multiple terminal windows at once. Spec-driven development is becoming the primary driver of code generation. Agents now interoperate in parallel, generating and evaluating hundreds of variants of simultaneously. As a result of this massive volume of code are being generated faster than any human can reasonably understand. Yet today we rely on software development lifecycles built before the era of cloud, right? Again, coming back to the same point that this is how, the agentic development has landed, that we have a bunch of these agents, but we are still using the old tools. Issues were designed for human planning and tracking, not as a structured machine readable units of work. Git repositories were never extended to version everything developers build within the AI era. So a lot of fundamentals when you're using Git and GitHub and stuff like that are similar. So AI and the agents that we have built are made to work in such ways like how humans are working. Like, you have an issue tracker, you assign it to an AI, it does the work, it runs the CI, all of that. But I also agree that the tooling is not fully polished, right? And there could be some bold specific decisions that we take, which unlocks like a 10x experience when working with AI agents. The entire software ecosystem is being bottlenecked by a manual system of production that was never designed for the era of AI in the first place. This is true, but I've seen like a lot of companies and a lot of systems are continuously adapting, right? So it's not like we have to, every time there's something new, we have to throw out the whole tooling and we have to get something new. In fact, most of the world actually benefits from incremental building, right? Which is, I'm sure, like Entire is also doing in some capacity. So the purpose of the company is to build world's next developer platform where agents and humans can collaborate, learn, and ship together. So sounds a lot more like Git, but with some add-on things. Entire will be based on three key components: a Git-compatible database that unifies code intent and constraints, and reasoning in a single version control system. So this is actually a good thing, again, like I mentioned earlier, right? Because you cannot just throw away technology that has been here for decades and then expect that people will jump on that. So this is a really smart move, where the underlying tech is Git compatible. So it will be possible for people to try out both things simultaneously and then make a complete switch if they want. So Git is there, a universal semantic reasoning layer that enables multi-agent coordination through context graph. A lot of buzzwords there, but we'll see what the product is. And an AI native software development lifecycle to reinvent software development lifecycle for agent to human collaboration. Right, so a lot of things are happening, obviously. There's a lot being said and figured out what would be the future, what needs to be done. But the core idea is that they are here to create a differentiator compared to how developers work with Git today, with AI, with semantic understanding of the stuff and the things that is happening. And they have raised a lot of money for that. But that's not it. They have actually released a product today, which I want to try out and see like how good that is. And they're calling it an Entire CLI. So they say that the agent sessions are ephemeral. Prompts live in terminals and reasoning lives in context windows. The decisions, constraints, and iterations that produce the code disappears the moment you close the session. Git preserves what changed, but nothing about why. With agents generating hundreds of thousands of lines per session, this context loss compounds fast. Without shared context, agents can't collaborate effectively. They retrace steps, duplicate reasoning, waste tokens, and lose the thread of decisions made hours or days earlier. So what I see based on this paragraph itself, is it like a detailed description of what has happened? Because that is what the why is, right? And supposedly, if you are writing a Git commit, or if you're doing like multiple commits also, you give the description of the commit, like what you have done, and hopefully like you also write why you have done it in the first place. So if every commit itself is a rich description of what has happened and why it has happened, I'm not sure if that is effectively what they are doing in this, but we'll see. So what they're saying that this thing is called as checkpoints, which is a new primitive that automatically captures agent context as first class versioned data in Git. When you commit code generated by an agent, checkpoints capture the full session alongside the commit, the transcript, prompts, file touch, token usage, tool calls, and more. This context becomes the foundational write path of our semantic reasoning layer. All right, so as I understand, let's watch this video first and then I'll get to it. Yeah, so this is basically what I can see from here, from the video and the example, and I'll obviously have to try it out. But what they are effectively doing over here is that this checkpoint thing, which is here, this is effectively sitting alongside your Git, right? So it's storing some sort of metadata or something alongside your Git versioning itself. And it's agent aware. So it knows, like, for example, you were doing this conversation with Claude, right? You enable this, you're doing a bunch of these conversations. It's capturing the whole file history of what has changed thanks to Git itself. And it's also capturing your conversation. And once they have the conversation, they can also take out the intent and the decisions that are taken and things that have been done. And if it's integrated with Git, you can resume the sessions later as well. I mean, it seems to be useful, I'll not lie, but clearly this is not the complete product, and there would be a lot more things that needs to be added into this to make it like a $200-300 million valuation company that they have raise the funding on. That clearly sounds like a good first starting point, right? So you can see that they mentioned that how it works is it runs as a Git aware CLI. On every commit generated by an agent, it writes a structured checkpoint object and associates with the commit SHA. So there's also one thing, I'm not sure if this is how they work, but they are assuming that the agent will make a commit, or that is sort of like a requirement. A lot of times actually agents don't really make commits. At least that's how I work, right? If I'm making or working with an agent, I'll just work with it. I'll not ask it to keep making Git commits or something. And once I'm at some specific position, like I know like agent has worked properly and it has done the specific thing, then I'll make a commit, then I'll push it, right? When you push your commit, checkpoints also pushes this metadata to a separate branch, giving you a complete append-only audit log inside your repository. As a result, every change can now be traced back not only to a diff, but to the reasoning that produced it. So this reasoning is nothing but your initial discussion with the agent itself, right? That conversation. So you better not curse the next time you are coding up, right? If your organization or company has entire installed, they'll be able to see the reasoning as well and how good of a mood you were in when you were building that feature. Traceability, faster reviews, better handoffs, less token waste. I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Now I think about it, like if you think about it, a lot of times if there is a regression, if there is something that is not working and you ask your agent that, hey, go back and see which commit made that change. If your commits don't have proper descriptions and proper information inside this, it'll be extremely wasteful for tokens for the agent to go back and check every commit and see the diff and then figure out, compared to if it has the reasoning itself somewhere which it can, semantically search over. So this sounds like a actual useful thing. And I'm not sure that if Git would be the company, I mean, Git is not exactly a company, it's an open source project, but if Git would even consider things like this, because this is not at all something that you would need only for humans. This is more suitable for AI agents and for systems that will just create random code and they'll not be accountable for that, right? And they can write a lot and you can have like a conversation with them. So it makes a lot of sense for a company like this to exist. So this is open source. I want to give it a spin. So I'm going to install this on my system. So I've installed this entire thing over here and let's see what we can do. So let me go into my front-end repository of the company and let me enable this once. Entire enable, and it has installed some hooks. It has configured a project. I don't want the data to be shared for now. And it has created this orphan branch for the session metadata at this location. I mean, there is basically no information. There are no documentation, nothing over here. So I have to just scrape around to see like how to make it work. I have done enable already. And I also have an agent which is running on this repository right now. If I look at entire status, we don't have a lot of things here. If I look into help, we have a bunch of these commands, but I'm not exactly sure how to use them. So if I start Claude now, do I get something? Okay, yeah, so you can see like the moment I enable entire, and then if I start Claude Code, which is what one of the agents that they work with right now, it says something powered by entire, this conversation will be linked to your next commit, which is interesting, right? Because their demo actually does a poor job of showing that, because I was not sure like what's going on, because this is not the Claude UI when they wrote this Claude, right? This is not how it looks like. So I was a little confused, but this makes a lot of sense, right? So, okay, I assume that the agents that were running before this would not be, so useful. So let's say I give it a conversation, which is basically the same thing that I'm doing in a second agent. Can you check unstaged files and see the bug which I was addressing? It was live streaming. So let's see how this works, right? So I was just working on a small bug that was there in the front end. Let's see if entire is useful. All right, so this is super useful actually. Let's look into this, what's going on over here. So you see that it has done a bunch of things. It has created this entire directory in this folder. It has updated the settings.json, which is where we are seeing this session start and this command over here, which is what was outputting this specific thing powered by entire, because I was curious to see like how they have done it. So Claude Code apparently has some hooks concepts, which I was not aware, which allows you to do these things, right? On session start, on session end, and use a prompt summit. So they're running these hooks based on the agent, right? On every tool use, post tool use. So they have these bunch of things. Then they have this entire directory over here, which has its own settings.json over here, which is for entire. And then everything else is git ignored. Now I'm assuming this is git ignored because the work that is actually happening is on a different branch altogether, right? This entire checkpoints v1 for the sessions metadata. So you don't really want to commit this in your main branch, which is I am on right now. But if you look inside this, you will see that this is the prompt that I gave, the summary of what I returned, right? And then there is this JSON lines file as well, which lists the conversation basically, and the logs as well, which is again some more data. So you see that this is again something which is going to be extremely useful for agents for preserving context when they are searching through commits. But yeah, I understood the general idea. What they are doing is that they are making Git a lot more smarter, right? So they are making Git a lot more smarter with their context preserved, right? So they have the conversation. They'll also have, they have these bunch of hooks on commits, and they are hooked inside your Claude agent completely, right? And they're maintaining all the context. They might also be at some point, maybe in future running their own LLM for summarizing or doing these things across sessions. So there could be like a small summary created as well. But as of now, what I understood from their first tool, which is this checkpoint as a CLI, it's basically a system that is observing a lot more than just code differences. It actually goes inside your session, which is great. And I think this is a great start, especially led by people and the folks already from GitHub's team who have spent a better part of their professional career with software developers. I feel that something good will come out of this for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video very soon. If you're still watching, make sure you leave a comment, "I watched till the end" below to tell me that you were still here, and let me know what do you think about the video.